One of the biggest mistakes that people make in their marriage is they commit emotional adultery every day and they don't even know it. Hello, my lovelies. We are on a journey from feeling broken to beautiful, and this is your next step with Jen. You might be asking yourself, what is emotional adultery? Well, let's talk about it because it is something that I think it's like an epidemic. A lot of people are doing it and they don't even know that it's happening. Now, I am all for having a person that you can go to where you can talk about your feelings, that you can talk about things that go wrong in your day, but usually that needs to be a counselor. That also needs to be somebody that you can trust that isn't going to go and spill your secrets everywhere, right? So pick one or two people in your life that you can talk to, and believe it or not, it's not your best friend. Here's one of the things that happens in marriages all the time. You have a bad day and your husband hurts your feelings. And so you go to your bestie and to your mom and to your sister and you want to vent. So you go and you're like, my husband's such a jerk because he did this and he did that and I can't believe he did that. And you get into this habit of complaining about your husband all the time. But the more you complain, the more you manifest bad things in your life, especially in your marriage. The other problem with complaining to somebody all the time is, let's say that your husband says something super jerky to you because he's cranky and he's hungry and he's had a bad day at work, and he goes and he realizes that, the next day that he was a jerk. So he apologizes to you. And he says, I'm so sorry. He gives you flowers. You guys have a moment. You have makeup sex. Like, everything is awesome with the world. Well, you want to know what? He didn't apologize to your bestie, and because you're so into complaining, you didn't actually go and tell your bestie how awesome he is, that he apologized and he did all these things, and now you're set. So all your friends here, or your parents or whatever, is what a big jerk he is. Jerk, 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 jerk. And then before you know it, they're like, oh, you should leave him. He's this, that, and the other thing. So you've got a whole group of people that think your husband is a nightmare. And so they're just like, why do you put up with that crap? And the next thing you know is you just have, all you're doing is breeding more and more and more negativity. And that is what we call emotional adultery. You are taking your personal private life and you are spreading it out for everybody to see. Like I said, if you're having issues or you're having problems and they are legitimate, that is when you really need to talk to a counselor, because not only are they going to be able to roll it back for you, but they're going to be able to make you see maybe how you created that situation or some things that you can do to change yourself. Because the number one thing in marriage is you can't change your spouse. You can never change your spouse. You can only change yourself. You can change your response, you can change what you do, and you can create happiness in yourself, not in your spouse, right? So they're gonna give you some more constructive ways to really figure out what that looks like. So that's why it's always good, especially to have somebody that, knows what they're talking about when they're helping you with your problems. And then it's so important to tell your friends all the good things that your husband's doing. All the wonderful things that are happening, because that is going to create, first of all, you're going to be talking about the positive. So you're going to be more gratitude, more grateful, and you're going to be focusing on the good as opposed to focusing on the bad. And here's my saying. Are you guys ready for this? If you're not the president of your husband's fan club, then who is? Right? Seriously, because what if it's his girlfriend? What if he's got all these people in his life that are telling him that he's awesome and he's amazing and then your wife is, what if he's going out and saying all the bad things that you did because you're cranky? I mean, let's be sure. You didn't take a shower for 3 days because you had to nurse the baby for 3 days and the kids are crazy and you weren't pretty and my wife never dresses up. Like, what are all the things that he can complain about you? You see? So what you want to do is create a sense of positivity and be the president of your husband's fan club. What would you do if you were the president of a fan club? You would geek out about them. You would be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, think of all the grateful, wonderful things that you can do in a marriage. And I promise you that not only is this going to change your marriage, but it's going to create positivity that you didn't even know the side effects are going to be. And so if you take the time to be grateful and positive and to tell people that you're grateful and positive, you're going to have an awesome marriage. If you're the president of your husband's fan club, I want to know, what do you do to show him that? And give me some ideas, because I'm always looking for awesome ways to tell my husband he's amazing. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to hear more tips and tricks on how to live your best life, like, subscribe, and do all the things. Comment below. And we post new content every Wednesday. See you later.